Does your key ring look like this? Thousands of different keys on here. You don't even know which one goes to what lock anymore. Can't ever figure it out. Plus you got all these pesky combination locks to remember. Can't ever get those unlocked. Pain in the butt. Well, it's time to go from this, 1,000 keys on your key ring, down to this. Just one key, the vehicle key that you already own. So now you can use your vehicle key for everything you own. Padlocks, cable locks, trailer locks, even receiver pin locks. So stick around, we're gonna break it all down.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Why Wait. I'm Chris, and today I wanted to talk about a pretty neat product that I think is pretty cool, and I think a lot of you fellow RVers out there are gonna find pretty handy. What I'm talking about is bolts, one key technology, to where you go from this, thousands of keys, down to just one key, the vehicle key you already own. Now, when I stumbled across this product, I thought it was pretty cool, and I reached out to the company and they sent me some of their different locks. They have everything from padlocks to cable locks to receiver bolts to trailer pins, kingpin locks. So you can really find a lock to really suit your needs. They even have Jeep spare tire locks and Jeep hood locks. So they have a few products that are specifically like geared toward Jeeps like mine. I thought it was really neat because I always have a wad of keys, which I can't stand having a big wad of keys in my pocket. You know, it's huge. You're always trying to pull it out, fumble around with it. I'm kind of a minimalist. I like a few things in my pocket. So anytime I can reduce my keys down a lot less, I'm all about that. Because right now we have keys for our, e-bike locks. We have keys for this receiver lock. We have keys for the Blue Ox hitch that we use. We have keys for our padlocks on our storage units. We have combination locks we have to remember when we lock up certain things, like our Hughes watchdog to the pedestal. We always had a combination lock for that. We had a combination lock for our e-bikes to lock the e-bikes up to something. So the fact that I can reduce all of these different padlocks, all of these different combination locks I have to remember, and go down to just one key, and not only just one key, but a key I already have and use every day and I always have on me, and that's my vehicle key. I thought that was really cool, and I thought you guys would like it too. So Bolt has what they call one key lock technology, basically for all your needs. Again, we went over it, whether it's to lock a coupler, trailer coupler, you can lock your kingpin, it has a kingpin lock, padlocks, cable locks, toolbox locks. It's just going to really help out and reduce all of the keys that you need to carry. And again, those pesky combination locks, which you have to remember and always go back and look up. Now, it's really neat. You just contact the company and you tell them basically what kind of vehicle you have. Jeep, Ford, Ram, Chevy, whatever it may be. You input your vehicle information and then you decide what product you want to buy, whether it's just a padlock or a cable lock and so on. They send you out the lock that is compatible with your style vehicle. You simply take the vehicle key, you insert it into the lock, and you turn it all the way, I believe, clockwise until it sets up, and that's it. The little pins inside the lock will drop. They learn the key, and it is set for that key and only that key. You're good to go. Again, it's not like if you have a Jeep, like anybody else with a Jeep can unlock your lock. It will specifically remember that specific key that goes into it. The tumblers fall down and it form fits that lock. So far I've been using it with no issues whatsoever. It's very easy to lock and unlock. It's not like I've been like getting the key stuck in there and like, oh, I didn't memorize this key very good. It's actually been really, really great. The keys have been working fine. I've been testing this for a few months now before I wanted to like bring it to you all's attention. We replaced our storage locks with it. We had 2 storage locks with 2 separate keys. We had 2 of those each on 2 different key rings. So that was 6 keys right there, or 8 keys, whatever, because we had 2 sets of each one. It was a pain in the butt. So we replaced that with those padlocks. That was really nice. Now, because when we pull up to our storage unit, we're always in the Jeep. Now we just have the Jeep key that goes to both the locks. I don't have to remember which was which or mark them down differently. We had cable locks that went to these e-bikes right here. So now I can just lock the e-bikes up with the Bolt lock. Same thing with our Hughes surge protector. We use a cable lock for that. And like I mentioned earlier, they even have products that are very Jeep specific for everyone out there towing Jeeps. If you have a Class A like we do, a lot of people have Jeeps, so you can lock up your spare tire, and you can even lock the hood on Jeeps, which, you can't do that otherwise, and people could just come in and steal your batteries. And believe it or not, spare tires get stolen too. Ask me how I know. We had a F450 once, and our spare tire was stolen from underneath it, so that does happen. And the Bolt product has come in real handy with these receiver locks right here. They come in 1/2 inch and 5/8 inch, and with our e-bike carrier, and now that we tow the Jeep with the Blue Ox, we've actually been replacing everything with these right here. So again, so we always have the Jeep key with us anyways. You simply just pop it in, turn, and pull it right out. Heavy duty, extremely nice, quick, fast, easy, and you don't even need the key to lock it back on. You simply just push it back on and it locks in place. And they have the dust cap covers as well to keep the locks nice and clean. So we really started collecting a lot of keys again, especially since we started towing with the Blue Ox and having a bunch of these receiver pins and the e-bikes and things like that. We even have the e-bikes locked up right now with one of the cable ties. Now, you may be asking, what happens if I buy a new vehicle? And there you go, that could be the one downside. If you get a new vehicle, yep, you're gonna have a new key and these are no longer gonna work. So make sure if you do have these products, before you do trade in your keys on your old vehicle, make sure you go ahead and unlock everything. But what's cool is with Bolt, you can join their loyalty program ahead of time. You get everything registered and join the loyalty program. So when it comes time to replace all of your locks with new ones for the new vehicle key, you get a pretty good discounted price on those. So just keep that in mind and make sure that's something you think about. Obviously, you know, if you get a new vehicle, you don't want the new vehicle key to work on these. Otherwise, anybody could just come along and unlock your, you know, all the stuff you have locked up. That's why they're very one key specific. Just keep that in mind, but I think that's pretty cool that they do have that loyalty program, knowing that you invested in a few different locks and things like that. And if you're gonna get a new vehicle, you're going to get a heavily discounted price on the new locks. So I thought it was a pretty cool product. I'd never seen it before. I wanted to share it with you guys, my audience. After I checked them out, tested them for a while, I'm extremely happy with them. Again, links down below how to purchase them on the website. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching.